So if I ever make another condo tour in this place, just stop watching me, please. So if you have been following along, you should know that I am currently building a new spot. We are into year 4 of the build. So many effing delays. I thought this would be like the last hurrah of this condo, just to showcase all of the tech, what it's like, a lot of memories for me. So here's my 2025 condo tour, the last one, I promise. So if you stay tuned till the very end, that's where I'll showcase kind of the current build. You can skip to it if you want. Like I said, a couple months will be moved in. But this very place, we're in the heart of Toronto. It's actually on U of T campus. It's a great spot. It's great to walk my dog Link. It's close to Yorkville. It's very central in the city. I've been blessed with the square footage. So Toronto is renowned for having very small condos. This is like 1,700 square feet with an 800 square foot balcony, which I'm just kind of staring at right now. It's snowing. Beginning of the year. Let's kind of walk in, and the nice part is there is no wasted space in the foyer. Everything is kind of built around this one big room, which is both the living room, kitchen, as well as just where we like to chill. Most of that chilling is kind of based around this giant L-shaped couch. So my furniture is from a place called Calgaris. This is my favorite nook. It's also a Link's favorite spot. So we love to chill here, and kind of talking about like the pieces of tech. You can see the big one. So this is a 98-inch QLED from Samsung. I've kind of gone back and forth between a 100-inch laser TV, which you can actually see the mesh or the screen behind it. And once you go big, you can never go back to, say, like an OLED, something smaller. I love to have like big TVs in the space. We're actually gonna be bringing this TV to the new spot. And when I rent this place out, that's kind of like my goal of, all these places. I eventually rent them out, and that's just another form of revenue. We can have like a whole separate other video around that. But yeah, this will be rented out with that 100-inch 4K TV, and I'll be bringing the 98-inch to my main place. This is kind of like where I kick back. You cannot deny that Crocs are the best at-home shoe. I will absolutely die on that hill, ventilated and just easy. But yeah, just watching TV, playing Xbox. I am usually, Team Xbox. You can see where the Xbox is hidden behind the TV, and then around it, I have like faux surround sound speakers. They're just like simple LG plug and plays. They're all just linked wirelessly. It's also hooked up to a wireless subwoofer. Like I said, Team Xbox, I've got my Elite controller with hints of orange. So if you haven't been following, orange is obviously my favorite color. I have like little accents throughout the house, and I feel like Link's toys just have kind of piled up. We just passed Christmas. He was a very good boy and had a stocking full of, new little chew toys. And the last piece of tech, weirdly enough, is kind of like this little Dyson light. So Dyson is usually known for making things like vacuums. They have this really cool like reading lamp, which serves kind of two things. When you want to, you can angle the reading light and kind of read in this spot. Like I said, it's a good little nook when Link isn't taking it. And then when you're done, I kind of slide it back, and then it serves as this little accent light. It kind of changes temperature color, and I have a bunch of other Dyson stuff throughout the house, which we'll go to, but that is this area. Let's switch to this way, which is, I guess, where we eat. This is the main dining table. I think it's pretty dope. This has been a piece that I've had for a couple of years. I think it has this really cool like leg design, something that I haven't really seen before. And usually when I receive packages, I'll kind of plop this on the table. I've done unboxings on here, and Lego actually just sent over this cool little Christmas kit, which I received slightly late after Christmas, but it's this Star Wars Lego book. And another theme here, I do have lots of Lego littered throughout. And if you haven't seen my studio, I have so much like Ultimate Collector series, like the UCS collection sets. So I'm stoked to build this and this cool little photo frame. But kind of coming on through this way, another TV, which is kind of hidden. So this was actually one of the first pieces of tech that I've had. This is like the OG Gen 1 Samsung frame. So it serves like two purposes. It's obviously looking like a picture frame, but it's actually a TV as well. So you can change this, you can change the frame around, you can change the photos, you can watch TV. And when you're done, because usually TVs just look like a black box, it now just looks like a photo, which I think is super cool. Kind of like blends that lifestyle to like home vibe within the tech. These cool little speakers, which I really love. So these are two stereo paired speakers from Transparent. As the name implies, they are completely transparent. They're more like art pieces, I think. They are on the pricier end, and maybe like my favorite thing that kind of sits off. So I've started collecting like Pokemon cards again. Like I think making things a bit more like unique having things that you love around the house are super special. So this is like my favorite card of all time. Bulbasaur is my favorite Pokemon. So he just lives off to the side. He's just chilling on the windowsill by plants, and that's kind of like what this is. Once again, I got this as like a little housewarming gift from my mom when I first moved in. It was tiny, and in 5 years, I've somehow kept this alive and it's grown. This is another piece of Dyson tech. So this is a fan as well as humidifier and air purifier. So I think in condos it's great. So it just kind of keeps the air nice and filtered. I swap out that filter every once in a while. I feel like I have a lot of home Dyson tech, and my place is kind of controlled with a Ecobee smart thermostat. It's great because when I travel, I can kind of set it off. Kat, my wife, likes to joke that this is an ice box. Sometimes I do sleep with air conditioning on, even in the winter, but I won't go through that. I'll keep this stuff like super real. Going into this way, we've got the second washroom, or I guess washroom number 2. Don't mind the mess. This is really real. So this, I actually used to live, or I used to sleep in this bedroom. It has now become a collection of crap. Like all the stuff that I get delivered here just finds its way onto the bed. When we have people over, I somehow have to move this and they have to kind of live in this place. I'm not looking forward to moving all this stuff. But before I got my studio, I actually used to sleep here and then film all my YouTube videos in like the main or the primary bedroom, which we'll get to in a second. But wasn't planning on showing this, but now you know. So into the kitchen, I like to keep my countertops as like minimal as I can. If there's like a piece of tech, I guess I will say that it is this coffee machine. It is an espresso. All the coffee snobs will say that I'm not doing it right, but if I enjoy this, every other coffee to me is just even better. So it's just simple, flip in a pod and kind of go. I've got this cool little Veuve Clicquot container that I actually got from their HQ, and it has obviously Toronto in it, which I think is pretty cool. Monton is the place where my parents live in France, so that's just kind of like nice little memorabilia there. And I mean, it's a kitchen, it serves its purpose. I have a collection of mugs. Like I used to drink a lot of beer. I used to travel a lot, and a lot of those beer mugs and steins are from places that I visited. I've got cool cups from like Taiwan, places that I've been to, and I have a weird cup / mug collection. We've got Link's treats. We've got a pot of Haribo's, which should be full. I'm gonna fill those up when we record the B-roll. Link's treats are here. Link, you wanna get a treat? We show on camera if Link is a good treat catcher. So Link, let's show the people what they want. Can you sit? All right, you're gonna catch this one. Hup. Oh, 1 for 1. Ready? Hup. Oh, good boy. You usually don't catch those. It's just because you're on camera. Good boy. Oh, thank you. Okay, you can go back snoozing. I'm super surprised he caught that. That is the kitchen. So if we kind of walk through back this way, like I said, we're kind of back to the entryway, and I don't know what to do with this rug, which I got from ASUS. It's got my face on it as I walk on my face with my Crocs. Thanks ASUS for that. I got it at Christmas. And like I said, no wasted space in this place. To the last kind of like piece of tech here. So this is like kind of where I like dump my keys. Like we've got my studio keys, my car keys. We've got this like Google Home or like Google Hub. It is terrible. Like it can never get the right thing. Like, hey Google, when is Manchester United playing again?
Manchester United FC will play Liverpool on Sunday at 11:30 a.m.
I'm surprised that worked on camera. Also, everything is working on cam. That's great. So that is kind of living room, kitchen, dining space, all in this one entryway. We'll walk this way into where the real magic happens, the primary. So if you've watched like any of my older stuff, this is actually where I used to film. Like my camera used to be actually like right where this is kind of sitting right now. This used to be like a set. I used to have this giant desk here. Lights, computer was here. Now that has changed, obviously. Now Link is just hanging out on the bed where Kat usually lives. So pieces of like tech here. Obviously, I've got like a couple things more like useless like Google Hub minis that just pretty much tell the time. TV, so this is a big one. This is a 75-inch Sony. It's like their mini LED line. I kind of go back and forth between having a TV like in the bedroom. Like, yeah, it's nice to watch content. When we're going to bed, I usually watch like EPL like in the morning, much to Kat's dismay because it's like at 7 a.m. here in Toronto. But yeah, that's kind of like the pieces of tech. I've got a Peloton. So this is like our little home gym, like this little spot. Obviously this happens to be like on my side. Kat usually does like her exercises here. Like I barely touch the Peloton. We have like a little gym in the condo, which I use. I've got the same Google Hub. I've got bits of Lego that I've made. I've got some cool memorabilia from Porsche. I've got like a 3-in-1 charger. I've got like my AirPods that are kind of sitting on it right now. Maybe like my New Year's resolution is to put my phone away from like the bed. Like just because it's there, I can just kind of roll over, get to my phone, see what's on it. Sleep health, obviously really important. So I'm thinking of putting like my phone in like the kitchen, just somewhere where I can't access it. That and stretching, like more mobility work are probably my New Year's resolutions. Hanging out more with Link is one. And that is, I would say, like the tech. You can kind of see it's a bit warmer in here in terms of like temperature. I've got some like warmer lights. The themes here are kind of like white with a walnut. This bed, obviously hints of orange. I snuck this little Soho throw from the Soho Hotel in New York just because I saw it was orange. That came home with me. And I think Link is truly the king of this place. So he has 3 beds. So he sleeps kind of like in between us in this spot. He's got his little doggy bed on that side. And he has his little cage, which he had as a puppy. Right here, we've got my little foam roller, and he just kind of still loves to sleep in there from time to time. So Link is the true master of this place with 3 beds versus our 1, right? I'm kind of going this way. We've just got this little dresser, once again in walnut. We've got my little watch box here, which I like to have. The only pieces of art, funnily enough, are Kat. So she actually did her master's in London, I should say Oxford, so she went to school there. So both places there mean a lot to her. I'm like kind of torn on art because I find that it's so like permanent. That's why I like things like the frame where you can change them, but I'm sure in the new place that will change. Cool little memorabilia piece for me here. So this is like the OG 100K plaque, which I got when I was in this like studio before I moved. So I kind of keep it here as a little memento to me. That's like my artwork. It's nice. It just lives there, kind of gives me motivation. And if we go on through this way, this is kind of like the last alleyway into my really messy walk-in closet, which no one wants to see. I just did this little Harry Rosenhall. So if you've seen my outfits for the past like 6-7 months, I've been sponsored by them. So they give me these sweet little fits. My game for outfits have improved, but I still rock Crocs, which I think is super cool. So I got to put that away. And lastly, kind of going into this way. So this is the main bathroom, but we're actually doing some reno work here because trying to rent this place out. So just redoing some of the tile. You can see that this door is just kind of unhinged. Hopefully I don't break anything. So we're just doing a quick reno. It's clean, it's simple. If there's a piece of tech, there isn't, because this room is empty. So that is it for this condo tour. If we're filming one here, for God's sakes, that will be the end of me. But Link is really looking forward to it. We'll be building essentially the place for him. We like to joke around for that because he'll have a yard. It'll be bigger for him to just enjoy. He's been the best little bud here and can't wait to go to that spot. Forgot to showcase the balcony, which I think is the selling point. Link, shall we go outside? Let's go, come on. So yeah, like I said, having this own like private balcony space is like impossible to find in Toronto. And when we saw it, it was like the key selling point. One of the cool things, like during COVID, having this private space was like a game changer, lifesaver for us. I've had some really cool parties here. I've had like friends over during the summer. We've got like a full barbecue. We've got a pizza oven in the back. We've got like a little built-in bar. I will definitely miss this space, having Link kind of roaming around here. It's just, yeah, a really cool spot that I'm super fortunate, obviously, to have, and cannot wait till the next spot. Let us cut to the new house and see what the future brings. Okay, so at the house, what's actually nice, it's like a 10-minute drive from downtown when there's no traffic, which never exists, but we made it here. You can actually see some of the facade that's almost done. So all of the concrete is done. The only thing left on the outside are just the wood aluminum slats that will go over the garage. This is like a 2-bay. You see the large windows. That's one of the main feature pieces of the place, a lot of glass. Let's get inside. It is so cold. We'll do a quick tour, because I don't want to spoil too much. So coming up the main stairs here, so obviously you saw from the outside, this is kind of like the main living room where we have these like 20-foot ceilings, all the glass. This will just be a nice place to chill. Lots of equipment here. You obviously see the stairwell, which is just being done. This is all being painted. We're moving on to final paint right now and moving into, I guess, like the kitchen slash TV room area. We just had the cabinets delivered. You can actually come in through this way. All of the stone has arrived, which I'm really happy about. We've got our appliances. All my sponsors, do not kill me. I know that I'm super delayed. And if you actually walk through this way, we've got more appliances, a little hidden pantry. We've run into a dead end as there's lots of stuff. And finally to this area here where this is like the main TV room area. You can see we've got 100-inch mounted already. I still think it looks a bit small, but that is that. And up this way to everyone's favorite spot, this is where the studio is. And like I said, the favorite room in the house, actually the biggest room in the house. This is a really cool spot. We've got all these big windows here, which I'll have to deal with. Natural light is nice, but yeah, planning on having some blinds. Big like white canvas on the back to frame all the products. We've got some pretty dope floor. It's like herringbone, which is super dope. I'm really happy how things turned out. We've got some lighting to deal with, but that is like a quick little sneak peek. I don't want to spoil too much. As yeah, full reveal coming soon. That was my condo tour into the house tour. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.